to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth began, no they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for Salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth me get radio.
Anytime we see you, where you go, you come. I must tell you, Cabo. Cabo, 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 Cabo. Anytime we see you, where you go, you come. We must tell you, Cabo. Cabo, Cabo. Cabo, Cabo. Anytime we see you, where you go, you come. We must tell you.
Welcome, Chef Bamboo. Welcome to another edition of the Twitter Evening Talk. We meet you live from Twitter FM 103.9 FM. You get me live from we studios na Hillcoach Junction and same with so now all with social media platforms them and like all time you can be part of the program by way you join in our Facebook page, with YouTube as well as with TikTok channel. Like all time we they bring tone and discussions them where they vary from different topics them we youth centered and also we they get discussions them way they encourage youth participation ranging from politics entertainment and the likes. Today topic not different. Today topic now one of the topic that we really important and as we don't they advocate for a lot of youth centered discussions them today we dey discuss about woman inclusion inside the newsroom. A topic where we know say journalists party them all about the country go be very interested on so we dey call on una right now for like take on radio same way so join we on we social media platforms them for join this conversation and also go take part by sending you text message also drop in the comments on social media platforms them and we go read the short code we will send you text message so they on the screen. Today we will talk about why capacitating female journalists is critical for media transformation. For longer term now, the non tell we say the media landscape really na for man them, the media landscape tough because more especially when they can say journalism, they can just feel say we work how they do now for day before where they refer to war and also it's always been said not to a place for woman and a male dominated field. So organizations them institutions they know they do a lot for capacitating women journalists them for live up to standards. So today now one of them days and the way they can talk about why important in this digital era yeah, so and why organizations they don't decide now for say now at the time for make we capacitate journalists them inside the newsroom now this digital era. But like all the time when they bring youth centered guests them now the studio, people them we young, vibrant in their different spaces them within they and also today we get inside the studio with we Augustine James we come out from MRCG. MRCG is one of the institutions that they play key role in giving policies, fighting for the rights of journalism as well. Then can pull boku documents them way, day for journalists them. So we get Augustine James inside the studio with we come out from MRCG. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Online, we will get to be joined by a powerhouse. We done the fight for the rights of women journalists in the country. We now the president for women in the media Sierra Leone, what people know as WIMSA, You could get to be joined online by Istina Taylor Tucker, when are the president for women in the media Sierra Leone will join we. But first, like all time, we can get the views and opinions of the topic that we will get inside the studio from people and we either one way or the other affected by the issue or the situation, or same way so just once for getting 2 cents. So we come back just make we go listen to woman journalists them na the media as to why important for make them capacitate we in this digital era, and we can get the discussion proper.
Capacitate woman journalism na one key thing for get real media transformation, because if woman journalists get the skills, the exposure and opportunity, that go able improve the newsroom quality, and not only the newsroom quality sef, but the broader media landscape. So inside salon, let me just say Africa and boku parts of the world, the media still dominated by man dem, especially when he camper editorial position and also reporting, looking at the investigative reporting side. Boku woman them know they na the space there. But if they get capacity building, this go help for break the structural barrier them where they block woman journalists them for excel like the media space.
Important for capacitate woman journalism. Um, this one can happen if we really we want to see the media transform, because women are one of the big people where they play the biggest role in the newsroom, but they always know they get the opportunity, as in the same opportunity way man they get in the newsroom or protection. So where you train, you empower yourself, you support women journalism, you they tend for improve the whole media sector, because women they bring different perspective the way people are now aware of. Then they ask questions. Then women are very listeners them. Then he always highlight stories the way sometimes man you know he even think of. Stories that way they create impact na the community. Plus women dem for suppose for feel safe, confident, and of course dem suppose for feel respected na the workplace dem wey dem find themselves.
Why I feel say this important for me, one, you go make sure say this go help for reduce discrimination and stereotype against women dem na the newsroom. It go improve professionalism and leadership for women dem na the media, and self. It go support democracy because women dem the whole authority them accountable. It go reduce discrimination and stereotype against women dem na the newsroom. If we empower women journalists them, the media go be more fair, inclusive, and self strong na the country.
It's very important for capacitate women journalism for media transformation, because they need for prepare themselves for let they able for compete, let they able for survive, and let they able for lead, especially this na salon in the media world, because right now the digitalized world we dey. And also important because like it strengthen their professionalism, yeah, especially in the digital skills, and it able for promote them for let them get responsible reporting, and through that responsible reporting they support democratic and accountability, where they try for combat misinformation, and for the media practitioners them able for adapt, you know, especially now the technology world, the digitalized world where we dey.
These are the concerns from women journalism across the country. We don't team up and they voice out, the reason as to why it's very important for make them capacitate them. Now the different media houses and we then defend themselves and how impactful it will be to the job. If you just join with this Twitter Evening Talk, where they meet you from Twitter FM 103.9, they get you live from the studios now Hill Court Junction and across all the social media platforms them. And before we go for go listen to them, them beautiful voices, and they make mention say we get for be joined in the studio by Istina Taylor, we not the president for men in the media Sierra Leone, we they on the line with we now, so we want for do gender balance. Augustine. So they start with Istina first, where they join me now. Hello Istina, good evening and welcome to Good Evening. Hello. Okay, whilst we try to connect with Istina, we they inside the studio with Augustine James. We now head of programs now MRCG way, as I mentioned earlier, say MRCG na one of the institutions them we same way so we get SLAG, we get other body them we the first for journalists them, but MRCG served on day before in terms of the welfare of journalists them. They talk about issues them, and same way so recently as of earlier late last year and earlier this year, they ventured into a whole project of capacitating woman journalists them right across the country from the provinces now to Freetown on digital learning and digital literacy and how impactful and they do to their job. So we get with we inside the studio Augustine James who I mentioned and another head of programs as we wait for making Stina join me on the line. I go on for make we start the conversation with you, Augustine. Hello and welcome to the studio.
Hello, and thank you for having me here.
So we they talk about capacitating, we they talk about woman journalism now the media landscape now the field. From the MICG point of view, last year to this year, we see a lot of work wanna they share and a lot of work they wanna they do in regards to capacitating woman journalism. First of all, let's talk about the initiative, the idea. Why now? Una don't. I not going for say why now I want come up with them, but waiting have been the push we make una start for capacitate women journalists this BNTM.
Okay, so if you say this BNTM, I want for refer you back to 2022, 2023. So, not to like this BNTM may happen. You understand? So basically, we organization day about reforms for reform the media sector generally. And over the years since we come into existence, 2014, we done the play we part for reform the media sector and also for bring lots of capacity building opportunities for journalists in generally. So in the last 3 to 4 years, we don't see say most of we constituents them always can comprise male journalists them. Most of the one that we done train over the years, more of male journalists them. And since the enactment of the GWE Act or GWE Act, how they can
The
call
Giwi
them,
Act.
we don't see say more effort need for be placed also for focus on the woman specifically because we dey see say the media landscape generally a very broad, but the representation of women them na the media is very small. So one for encourage them. All of these initiatives that we dey put on board now follow we encourage more female journalists them for come na the profession. Follow we since the cyberspace, otherwise the online space, don't become very attractive for online practice, whether not journalism or any other profession. We see say we also need for capacitate them for let them know how to navigate them with them anytime they get along with them cyberspace is them. So that and bring the initiative over the years.
Okay, from the accountability stance and the governance stance, accountability perspective from MRCG, why una feel say important for invest into female journalists for give them this training for critical reporting, more especially when it comes to democracy reporting and all. Let's take to instance of last year to this year, and I don't do a lot of capacity building. I think on a few journalists, and mostly when I woman them for report on transnational justice, where a lot of woman journalists don't they follow up and don't they report on that as well.
Okay, so if we talk about transitional justice now, a whole project we also we the we don't conduct the training inside September across the country where we train about 66 journalists them and we encourage women them for apply for the mentorship the fellowship where they run up to this March next month March where it go done. So basically now some of the thing the way MRCG they do, for example, where we don't train a number of journalists them, some project that they can get some fellowship, some 2 3 month fellowship, and we encourage more women for come on because we want for CC we get a lot of women representation at the media. That is our major focus. We want for see we don't get a fellowship program where we conduct where and so man them be apply. And we not go see the one that we don't apply, we left them and go force woman them. So this time we make the criteria very open so that we will get more of women representation so that the will get themselves they talk about issues the way they affect themselves and also way the border around transitional justice generally. So we focus for bring women on board now because we dey see say a very necessary for let we this era of democracy right now will not get for the push the man and no more and left the woman in behind because there are reforms around the world, not only in Sierra Leone, where they push forward for let us see women and can be for let us have Canada spotlight. So we also see say there's a need for let we bring them on board, encourage them, no matter how they try for be lethargic, no matter how they try for go being, or they try for cow them on board for.
Okay, so we dey get Istina on the line now. Let me hold on with you, Augustine. Istina, good evening and welcome to Sweet Evening Talk.
Good evening, Davida.
Okay, we dey get some internet challenge, and I make we dey end up for call you now. So you don't listen, we don't dey on the call and don't dey listen from the different woman them we don't they make them concerns them and then same way so they talk about the challenges them and why important now for make then capacitate woman journalism now. Now let me talk from your experience. What's now some of the biggest structural barriers them way you don't notice or you say most yourself don't day into where you feel say female journalists and the country don't they face today, where directly they affects the media and transformation.
I want to get you clear. It a echo.
Okay, we still get internet glitches for get with Istina. We go try for like join her back. But let we can move her back to you, Augustine. You don't talk a lot about some of the projects them one when at the recent one, the TJ reporting way when I encourage women journalists them for be for their part of now let we talk about gender inclusion way now the media way directly one way or the other the influence transparency and public accountability because most time they talk say woman then at the media, then they get emotional when then they tell stories most of the time. So one way or the other, they affects the way then they tell stories. So it's important to make woman and just day for day before the camera and then just read news. But in the field, in the line of reporting, most people can say I prefer a man reports the hard stories and this. So from una own perspective, waiting una go on for say in regards for either for debunk that statement say or whatever.
Well, so we as a reform group will not see say um, there is a specific reporting way na man no more for do, or there are some also others way a woman no more for do. We not believe that. The fact that you get the capacity, you can do it. You understand? You can go bring hard news. Hence, you go through the journalistic principles. Them way we all understand. Yeah. So to me, we not feel say that they exist because even some of we project that we implement, even the current one way na the EKN project, we are the embassy for Netherlands in Ghana where they support them. We don't get the one apart from the one that we don't train across the country. We get selected one the way we did now give them money for let them implement initiatives them on their own. You understand? And we don't get like 2 meetings in the regions. And by next week or this week, by the end of this week, we also get another woman from Moyamba and another one from McKinney where they implement similar initiative where they together 30 women them for discuss to them about digital rights, AI tools, and also how for navigate them ways whenever they on the online so that they will prevent any issue we will affect them stay one online. So we don't dey get issues like that. Apart from training, we dey also now push you for do something, an initiative when you dey bring Cam on board. We support you financially. We give you the financial support. You go ahead and do all of whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, you report to we back. So we not feel say there has to be limitation when it comes to reporting. Yeah.
Okay, so we'll try again for get Istina on the line. Good evening, Istina. Welcome to Tweet Even Talk.
Yes, good evening, Davida. I'm so sorry. The internet is terrible this evening, and also that's no light. So
Okay.
I'm really, really sorry because the net was bad.
All right. So quickly, we dey talk about the inclusion of mentoring and same way so capacitating women journalists na the media landscape. So as the president, from your experience, what are some of the biggest structural barriers where female journalists and as alone don't face today, which directly they affect the media and transformation?
Well, say the media, just like the society, is male dominated. It's a patriarchal system, and it's not different from the society. When whatever we see the happen at the society is happening in the media. So one funny thing that we still get more man them will dominate the media landscape than woman them. And then they get more opportunities because they dominate, they are powerful, they are normally the gatekeepers, they're very powerful, then they get more opportunities, they are paid well. When we talk about media poverty, woman journalists them poor more as the man journalists them. We call that the intersectionality, meaning this thing they affect will, but they affect me more. So these are some of the things. Economic issues. We don't have, when it comes to, if it comes to woman journalists, them, when are head of newsroom, when are editors, where they're responsible in then they take decision making. You go notice say we don't make some strides, but that's still a challenge, and those are the biggest things and the disadvantages them where women and the face in the media. Better opportunities for men, more decision-making positions for them, so many other things. And then female journalists are also facing violence online from the people that we actually are advocating for or we're working to speak for them. We also face those things. So these are the challenges that we face.
So when we talk about capacitating woman journalism, what do they mean and how it's really they go beyond just them training them when they can just call woman journalism for go participate on and then we're not hear from we're not hear anything again after that.
Well, when we take capacity, building capacity, also one training no more. Na process, na time, it takes money, but capacity building actually the strengthening safety and ethical standards for female journalists. Like I say, around the world, over 75% of female journalists they face online violence, they get capacity building issues, or provide essential for them. Because woman, most times, man then can take risk. Woman, if I'm not safe, if I don't have the capacity, it's easy for me to just self-censor. It's easy if I know that my life will be at risk or I at risk of face harassment. It's easy for me to go back from the profession. And that's so many women they don't waiting. Capacity building includes promoting economic and professional equity. We're looking at meaning training, mentorship, leadership opportunities. So we are a holistic thing. It not only includes the training no more, but training is maybe one tool, but also somebody where this person will look up to. Successful women in the media or successful women who have been leaders, or make them train them on leadership, how themselves will take up. Because like I can talk no more. When we go to big meetings with our media stakeholders, if they call we before, if they call 10 man, we na how do they call them? 10 man with our media stakeholders, then one or two women were there at the table. It's like they are just using us to merely fulfill this gender diversity thing. But that is not what we want. We want, just like the opportunities them we don't be provided for them through training, mentorship, and other things. These are not the same thing for make we able to overcome the gender gap and underrepresentation in senior editorial roles and even in the media landscape.
So how if you say this underrepresentation of women them na leadership position they influence the kind of story they would tell? Because the last time I've done a training with you where you make mention of the fact say because women them know they take leadership will not get the opportunity for day in a leadership space them it really they affect the kind of stories them where they go out there because now we go able for tell with stories them and then a lot of stories and they where they are not being told we not get because women are not there before, they are hardly underreported.
Exactly. So it's very important for women's voices in the media. It's important to strengthen democracy. What I mean by that, women journalists they play key role for hold institutions accountable and amplify marginalized voice. Women say we they contribute directly to more informed society. By that, woman journalists, for example, the democracy and public discourse, female journalism, besides say that they amplify underrepresented voices, but also they bring unique perspectives we want for strengthening democracy on reporting on issues like human rights, social justice. Women tell those stories better. And that's why it's important for waiting, just like what you explained to, with the train female journalism on how to do investigative reporting. Because we not get any woman who will point to say these are the biggest investigative journalists in salon. Why? Because we're faced with gender bias, we're faced with stereotypes, and when women now in the media she gets able to challenge them to gender bias and stereotypes, what will happen at that woman in the media will be able to disrupt some of the things them, like how we can say gender norms them, where they already society don't say that, so this for the which we reporting and we coverage, we'll be able for disrupt them. Also, because if we able to challenge the stereotypes, we go able to shift some of the narrative from male dominated viewpoint to an inclusive storytelling, where also they lead to an inclusive society. I don't know if you and a woman, you would not feel and just like women and women in the media. Women out of in the media, when also journalists, they are more scared to talk than men.
Okay.
Why? Because it's the same. It's the same way how we feel in the media, where we say, well, I can't do investigative story because I don't want to make them get to me on me picking. These are the same way. Or my man in Paddy involved in this case. These are the same things. And for if women they're able to get capacity, then go able for bring transparency and accountability. Now only when women aid, you will see most things are exposed. And it's also in the media. It's in the media. So female journalists, if they're able for lead reporting on investigation or on corruption in healthcare and education, you would see a great change. Trust me.
Okay.
Then,
So
yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead, Stina.
Yeah, then when we talk about why representation matters, now newsroom it reflects with society diversity, but in terms of producing content, where resonates broadly with the society, and now we get more women than the society. So now then they make representation in the media very important. Female journalists, then they bring lived experience. Now what do I mean by this? Like I mean they cover a story because I they produce for IRN. We call the program People Empower. I will cover a story on health. But I look at me own part, look at maternal health. Like because I have children, I have given birth to children. I brought my experience to that story. Even the way I cover the story, how empathetic I am, I brought it into it. And this is why we need to pay more attention, put resources into empowering and capacitating female journalists. Because let me tell you the benefit. We will have a balanced story. And demand they nothing and concern on. For cover things of politics. You know these hard stories, they forget the ones that really matter. Story like
The human
gender justice,
interest aspect.
maternal health, community issues. Women then they tell them stories, then they better.
Okay, so quickly, Istina, as we wrap up, online harassment and digital violence against women journalists, and you feel say they undermine media development at this digital era. MRCG now one of the institutions where 2 to 3 years back, so up to now, then don't they do trainings for women journalists on digital literacy, digital learning, and how therefore be careful about the online space, how for make use of AI. You feel say much has been done, or you feel say we still they lack behind in terms of capacitating women journalists when it comes to the digital era, how for sports online harassment and all and the.
A lot has been done. Like MRCG has done a lot. They don't partner with we for do a lot of them training and a lot of freedom normal. They do not different parts then, and which is really appreciated. We also as women in the media, we have done similar trainings. Like 2024 December, we bring camp the cyber unit for candle training. But recently, something where really that make me hard to sleep. That the fact that we association, Terror Association of Journalists large, pay more attention. They are capacitating 75 female journalists, not only doing 1 week training, but also paying university short course fee for them. And we say we see that as a laudable something. We said in we yearly budget we get something on digital training. We say, well, since we get some journalists that we not join slash it, but then still they win sal. We say, well, we not go less than at least 10 people that we not date slash, we able for benefit. When then they win sal, but they not date slash, we able for benefit. We said add, we said stay for 10. And a lot has been done, but what we need for do now is also making sure that these women, when they get in training there, they're able to use them to the fullest ability. They're able to go online, do use the spaces just as men are using the spaces, and try to build thicker schemes. So maybe we training them after this, after we don't capacitate up to slash, Winsal, MRCG, after we don't do all of them kind of training there. Maybe the next step now for able for create platforms, but also the online platforms them actually don't help woman journalists them because like I talked earlier, man them na the traditional gatekeepers of traditional media. But now imagine like you so now and Davida, you would go online and talk about your story, post your story, people will see it. But also we need to get more of the knowledge on how to navigate online because we need training on how if I'm being told what am I supposed to do, how I'll go about for maybe sue somebody using the cyber law. So these are things that we need to focus on.
Okay, finally, as we wrap up now, what do you feel say will happen if we fail for invest intentionally in female journalism today? What are some of the long term consequences then where you feel say then they go get on the media and credibility and same way so the public tells?
Well, we would not get stories that are unique, that are told in unique perspectives. And also the society, the newsroom will not go able to reflect diversity, meaning everybody is represented. And meaning that will translate to the content. Now, something we need for saying that more women around the world, they study journalism and mass communication, but less women are practicing. There are less women in mainstream. It's because of sexual harassment, the representation issue. Women they cannot reach middle levels. You go see woman there 10 years in newsroom. That person is still writing, is still a reporter. So the step at which we go for take like leadership or take top management position, it's slower, and we risk safety and equity in the profession. Women say women and will face, they will continue for face systemic barrier like harassment, unequal pay, limited leadership opportunities. So capacitating them means addressing these barriers through training, mentorship, and policy reform. Something we need for acting. Policy reform is so key that the media will decide, well, yes, we are starting a policy on sexual harassment, abuse, sexual exploitation, abuse, and harassment. Anybody where they camp or can work, that person is educated on these things. And if you sexually harass a female colleague, you will face the full law. And also, women are the pioneers of new narratives in climate change, healthcare, and grassroots activism. So if we don't capacitate female journalists, if we don't capacitate them in Sierra Leone, we will not get this unique perspective.
Thank you so much, Christina. We take it time for joining with today. We would love to have you again some other time for digest on this more because this topic is really broad when it comes to the capacitating of woman journalism, especially in the media, because we bring discussions and like this up and they say woman journalists. I mean, sorry, woman and get this soft spots every side, and woman then even in the media landscape. Let's come inside the studio now, Augustine. That's a lot to digest, and that is coming from one of the most renowned journalists in the country. We have been the same way so for be the president for Wimstar. But firstly, let we talk about how we they able to measure the impact because you let we take into cognizance the mentoring them and the capacitating that one I don't do for them, my journalism across the country. You are really still not talking not to even just free tongue, but similar to as upline. Let me talk about how una they measure the impacts of them trainings and the way una don't they do.
One of the major impacts I would see in the representation don't they increase. You understand? Based on the the series of trainings they will don't conduct, especially how for navigate them ways online, how for report anything where they deal with online bully, online harassment. We don't see say because they don't aware now on some of the mechanisms then we don't teach them. We don't get more representation than I want. Then secondly, we dey see say the quality of journalism, the practice generally from female journalists due to the trainings them also don't increase largely because of the awareness where they don't get. Everybody don't know how for navigating ways, and also the quality of the output don't really increase. So those are some of the impacts we can count on. And we also dey look at now, like how Istina don't say, by the way, Istina na my boss, and she has spoken well. They don't explain everything. We have done a lot of initiatives. They don't come into all of this. A lot of capacity building, a lot of other organizations apart from MRCG, other organizations like Sludge, Wimsal, Slawage. They also don't do a lot of work for capacitate more women. I think the next steps we all get for collaboratively take now how for establish mechanisms them on how for if you don't get this kind of issue online, which not the appropriate channel way for use for bring the culprits on book to book, and also how the institutions then we they deal with that kind of matter and how them go deal with that situation and make sure say this person will bring this complaint, it gets the justice we want, and you will feel more safe for practice na the online space for use for practice journalism in the online space. But we don't do a lot, and we are still doing more.
So you still not talk about the risk. In your own view, in your own opinion, what's are some of the risk them we feel say involved if media institutions them or institutions them organizations them like MRCG not they capacitate women journalists them in various let we try for break the point say the capacitate women journalists them is different. So una of late done the do in the digital space because if you if where you be listening, it's in a make mention of one of the key challenges the woman journalists they face when online harassment. When they're not even most of the time, so women not even know say they are being harassed online. When I one part of the things they want to do, we talk to one of una benefactors them within the provinces, we see say them they part of one of una trainings them. Then self don't go to them communities them back. They capacitate other women journalists they within them communities them for for learn more about the digital space and how for differentiate AI, how for differentiate also about how they are being harassed. So if organization like gonna tap for students and they what if you say the risk because it's not talk about how you know go to get human touch to use them. So if it's that it will be very it will affect the work with journalists and the plane of the country.
Yes. Then the biggest risk that now that we will lose brilliant minds. You understand? We get a lot of brilliant female journalists them where they shape the country in development one, in develop one. We get a lot of female journalists where they do a lot of brilliant works at a different field them. You understand? So no sooner, for example, this online harassment don't they increase. One of the major things that they start for do, it's I keep na this space, I dey get this kind of harassment, I don't get no way for report, or even if I report, nothing is actually going to be done about it. So waiting again for begin think of now for left this space or possibly look for another profession, whether I go into the corporate world or so, because we don't see just like how Istina mentioned, we get the male dominated media na the country. Yeah. Then apart from also that, when you are being critical, apart from love for about journal female business the fact if when a lone self you a man, when you are being critical, you put your critical views online, you get people already always come after you. So it is more waiting self to woman them. For man them, for example, we get thick skin. Some man and they will go say instead go challenge you now go send wars against yourself online. It don't they. But when it comes to woman, quick they don't begin threatening you. People they don't even begin tell you, but waiting not even they part of you begin to tell you, but you're not prostitute, you're not this, you're not that. I get this video about you. Things where not they even exist. So some woman and they will begin to look at they one they go begin count to me family, me picking the day at least. All of those things, people, like how Istina mentioned, woman they get this soft spot, they get this soft heart. So no sooner somebody from nowhere where you know even sabi the threat in you they carry the day, you begin to look at, they prioritize your family, you prioritize yourself, and you see, you know what, this is not what my life, this is not what my peace, you know what, everything way I don't work out for. So you know it's in, I begin to give up. So that's the biggest risk. If we not continue for do them capacity building them, we they lose them brilliant people them, then say we begin to shy away from the media, begin to look for other side and for go. Now make we see say, then the other thing again where they affect the representation now generally na the media, apart from the online space, na the welfare issue, welfare way journalists they face, both man and woman them, na the office, na the media workspace them. Apart from the salary, there are other small things the way then they face, like way is still mentioned, that sexual harassment from either your colleague or even your superior. All of those things are being done in media houses. We recent report where we pulled 2025 about welfare of journalists. Then we get a special column where we talk about the safety of female journalism. And one of the critical questions that we will ask now whether they are being harassed. And some amount of respondents they say yes, we dey receive harassment from we superiors them, we dey receive harassment from we colleagues them as well. So all of those things they also make some people away too prideful, or I not say prideful, way respecting self, get dignity. You say, you know what, I don't care for this. I am here for professional something. If this is what I'm receiving, like go back. So when once we stop capacitating, when once we stop bringing all of these initiatives, we dey lose them brilliant people, because now where we did, for example, or where other organizations then they keep on doing that thing there, the woman they become aware of how they for navigate their ways. If that kind of thing they happen, waiting at the appropriate channels and work for you. So like I rightly arguing one of me one occasion I say the thing that we don't do enough and we still continue for the drum. I think the next initiative we'll get for established now how for establish mechanisms then way if somebody gets the kind issue then within the appropriate channel way for use, how trusted are those channels for take up the matter and for make sure say whosoever yes whosoever don't do this come to with itself and the law deal with them.
Because most of the time, sorry to cut you, but most of the time, when there are issues of online harassment, they can come up. But woman they can just decide to not talk, because if I talk, one I go be disgraced, and two at the end of the day, the perpetrator not go get the justice. I mean, not go get the outcome we go want, and you at the end of the day, you get for be stigmatized.
Exactly. So those are the challenges we they are on all of these things. Let's say for example, you the harassment actually come from your institution. Let's say now your boss or your superior, then you go. Let's say we don't even establish a mechanism. You go to that mechanism, they explain. The next day they go solve the matter. Let's say then deal with the person. But at the end of the day, your job is at risk. All of those things are the things we are looking at. How this person, even if a report, even if they deal with this person, how is safe, in job secure, and it will continue the practice.
Okay, so I want for holiday quickly. Like all time, we can bring una personalities them we can, don't achieve or don't they do well in the line of discussions them of which we did discuss in the studio. Today we dey spotlight a very young lady, a young practicing journalist. We you, me, all of one or two people then or you sabi person we go sabi am, because she's really making waves in the media landscape. Today we dey spotlight Patricia Siageva, we are one of the most young now journalists in the country. We don't tap into boku opportunities and we get for do with capacitating journalism from in the country, out of the country. We don't see we see how they break barriers them, they represent the country, and we dey see am on it to stories them way it tell, because like we say in a talk, we not just they go training, scans don't know more, go training, scans don't know more, but it also get for be impacted by the stories them way we dey tell. So today we dey spotlight Patricia. We now a very young person. So there we look at some of the achievements them and how it don't able to navigate through the media landscape. We come back just now.
Patricia Siagevao na one journalist and communications professional within a salon. In work dem dey for environmental justice, health, gender, climate change, migration, conflicts, agriculture, technology, transitional justice, and social development. Patricia get bachelor's degree in mass communication from Fobe College, University of Sierra Leone. and right now it is studying law na Njala University. It dey report for Awoko newspaper wey e work mix journalism with advocacy, put human experience na the center for influence public talk and make accountability strong. A commitment for tell story wey dey push accountability don make am get national and regional recognition. Inside 2023, e win National Anti-Conflict Awards, and 2024, e bin be the finalist for the same award, and inside 2025, e bin be finalist for West Africa Media Excellence Awards. Patricia don get chance for several national and regional fellowship dem, like African Transitional Justice Fellowship, Tech Forward Policy Fellowship, Move Africa Fellowship, African Liberty Rising Fellowship, Jala Feminist Fellowship, and Dubawa Kwame Kari Fact Checking Fellowship. A report dem don appear na international outset dem like LP.
Orange Maxit app, they give you more sweet special features wey designed for make you life simple. No miss events, buy tickets for concerts, sports match or any show directly from the app. Enter the marketplace, shop latest products them, check special offer them and enjoy exclusive deals. If you make mistake on transaction, no worry. The app gets instant reversal feature where they give you control over your money. All the special features, yeah, and more they waits for you inside the app. Download Maxit now and enjoy the full experience. Orange Maxit gets flexible data and voice plans them wey go fit you lifestyle. Try the Colat Mini for just 70 leon and get 2.5 Mbps speed for 7 days. You can need data anytime. Your bundle they give you fast internet anytime you day. For you can prefer customized plan. Your own bundle they make you select the exact data and voice package where you need. Find the best data and voice option now on Maxit. Download the app and stay connected.
Mama, this internet no dey gree make I do me homework. It's too slow.
I no want make you worry. Signature Connect don come na salon. Signature Connect wey na fiber internet and microwave coverage e get, dey na salon now. And e come from make the internet problem done tapata. Signature Connect wey dey na number 92 Regent Road Hill Station don come with package dem wey go sweet you. When you connect, you dey get 3 days free trial for both postpaid and prepaid options. Then package and sweeto, then get 700 for small homes, 900 and then 1,250 for smaller office them and business place them. And sell for corporate services them. You dey able use the internet for connect to CCTV camera, laptop and phone and other appliances them where you get na you house or you office. Not forget to Signature Connect day for all man. Contact them na 072 568 290 or 033 233 620.
Are you tired of missing all your online meetings due to unreliable internet? Or are you paying too much for your internet and experiencing low speeds or even struggling with connectivity during video calls, streaming your favorite football match or show? WorldLink Communications Sierra Leone Limited, authorized reseller of Starlink in Sierra Leone, is here for your businesses and enterprises with super fast, unbeatable and affordable speeds here to cater to your needs. At WorldLink, we provide local support anytime, any day. To know more about our services, visit us at our office at 115 Beach Road, Lumley, or contact us on 080 000 111 or 075 000 111 or on our website at sl.wlnet.com. WorldLink Communications, empowering connectivity in Sierra Leone.
Welcome back. If you just joined with this Nat Root Evening Talk, where they meet you from Twitter FM 103.9. You they get to live from the studios in Hillcourt Junction and across all the social media platforms. Today we want to talk about the importance of capacitating human journalists in this era of digitalization. You don't listen from the president for women in the media, Sierra Leone, Istina Taylor. We don't talk about from the challenges them would they face in terms of not capacitating human journalists, success stories, them how far they don't go, strides how they don't do. A lot has been done we don't discuss about, but he also seems to talk about how a lot more need for be done. You seem to don't listen from Augustine James, who now the head of programs, now the media reform coordinating group, where they with me inside the studio. We still don't talk about some of, the whole role they don't play in terms of, uplifting journalism from trainings, capacity building, what they don't do for human journalism, and then don't they see the impact way that they don't create now the media landscape, now the lives of the journalists, them, now the stories them with journalists and they tell, and overall now the journalism field. You don't also see one of the renowned journalists in the country, when Patricia gave out, we don't make use of the opportunities and if you don't follow the media landscape, Patricia one of the people who they tell impactful stories, you don't feel most of the trainings the way they go on the stories them way it don't they tell. So don't come back to the studio and come back to Augustine. Now let me talk about the importance of partnering. I see we are really similar to what Istina talk about how when I don't partner with Wimstar Sludge in terms of doing capacity building training say as for journalists. Let's talk about the need for more collaboration and partnership because at the end of the day na finance and you go here you say we not a wish for that but astagfirullah maybe 2 to 3 years or not maybe once or just we can see MRCG say we not get funding and we not get funding so they scrap this we not get funding so they scrap that. So let's talk about the need for collaborating with other institutions them in terms of this because this is not a one man fete and both fetes is
So we always they collaborate with we member organization them because the MRCG is a group we comprise of 10 organizations. Yeah. WIMSAL is part of MRCG, is a constituent member, including Sludge, Guild of Editors, and the likes. So, for example, anytime they get any specific training where they deal with female journalism, where they put WIMSAL in charge, we just they deal with them, assist them for coordinates. But then they do everything. You understand? So that is how we've been partnering with them. Then apart from also at local level, we don't get international collaborations. We I watch Patricia in Spotlight who wanna do forum. I feel proud representing MRCG here because Patricia are one of the participants in this way don't participate in most of the programs them and in stories them don't go international. You understand? So we get a project where they deal with the African Transitional Journal, Transitional Justice Legacy from when at the ATGLF. Patricia in a previous mentorship or fellowship program, Patricia was part of the mentees them, and in stories them always be the standout. So where we the same with stories them too, we do not them. Patricia in stories them they pick them out among the others them for posting at the website. So that is how impactful a don't they do in journalism. So where we will point at journalism we don't they really do well and the one we don't undergo with series of trainings them with fellowship programs and with mentorship programs the way they excel we can really proud for see them kind people them. So if we look at collaboration we know they only collaborate at local level. We get with regional partners, for example the MFWA. They don't get programs where Patricia in stories them way at CG Stone. If they even recognize them, even attend the Wameka last year. So this is how we collaboration can go. You understand? MFWA is our regional partner. They believe MRCG for implement programs for them on behalf of their organization. And then also at local level, like I say just now, they partner with Sludge, IMC, even the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. It is part of the MRCG. So all of their organization and they partner with them for implementing programs. Them they apart from also that we also get other civil society organizations and we partner with and we programs them and we push the journalists them where we don't train where they actually excel in whatever they do. We they push them case through them and we see how they excel in the various fields.
so quickly let me take some of the messages and comments that were on camera. First I will take text messages them. Mariam they say we tell God thanking now the conversation around woman representation and the media don't come up because for longer term, as one other not even from the president or Wimsal, but same so from the representative from Wimsal say woman them be don't pushing at the back. So we glad if for sake of this. Another text that is say may not feel say it necessary for overcapacitate woman journalism because even the guests don't talk say woman they emotional. Sometimes they're not able to tell the story them how it is and they can be so attached. We need strong people them like man them for they parts of for be part of story them way hard for tell and woman and too soft. We dey go over to the Facebook comment section where Zainab content they say indeed the MRCG Sludge and Wimsal has done a lot in capacitating female journalists in Sierra Leone. However, a lot more is needed to be done. Hence, we still need the space to be able to report effectively and take top management positions. It's time to work with men, not it's time to work with the men and not leave them behind to take care of the office. So this is the issue. This is the issue where Islam they talk about the leadership position because a lot of time the station manager and a man, station manager and a man, editor and a man, editor and a man. You go hardly I can even pick counts the one good woman editor as a be we I don't know but now you know more I don't come across when I'm a binti and as a be just few station manager the way I can able count with me and the leadership even though at the end of the day you design up to talk about the need for the capacity journalism, but then every day na man and back and for work with na man and back and for so that they tell say MRCG also need for capacity demand them.
Well, with capacity building initiatives, them can mostly deal with man them, generally journalists them. You understand? I'm not sure we don't ever get a specific program for man journalism no more, but we don't get specific programs there for female journalism. That has happened over the years. So yeah, if somebody they talk about woman
Woman is soft.
then softness, yeah. So that's just natural. You understand? We get few women them way can actually look for get heart like man. But generally, women are not soft people. Them. It don't mean say it affect them profession negatively. You understand? They are still women that way soft by nature, but they actually able to produce hard stories. They're able to actually go out and do things the way man self able to do. So by softness, we don't mean say they're soft in everything, including reporting. No, that's not what we are saying. We are saying basically, if for example, um, um, there is a chaos some side, let's say two political rivals they did this, man can able facing their carry save the day and go
You
cover
don't
that
see
story.
me
There.
what the cover story there.
Well, I'm also saying woman they will also able to do that.
Yes,
There.
so
You understand?
the limitation, more especially in terms of political tensions, you can see even the editors they can say man I for go, man I for
Yes.
go. So then they also they make with the limit to say quick when they say stories and we get for do stone. They say, hey, me waiting me to go do the when a man and then don't they put it. So they're not on the give the chances in a mind no more okay me. But have you seen me report? I can remember one way there's this tension will be happening between lawyer society them and then a new book. A lot of people them they send messages and to me because we be there live. Now maybe they before all the camera, tear gas, pepper spray be they go left and right. People, you get mind though, you get mind though. But one say who self they make mind at the platform they not can give.
Exactly. Like I'm saying, woman they do all of those things where we feel seen and man they know more they do. 'Em. So generally we don't look at woman if we say okay they are so now we mama them now we sister them they get a soft heart for even the reports they get a soft heart you understand so if anything we involve risk we will prefer for send man the day because man for example we able navigate in ways quickly for commodity or for anyhow able maneuver but woman first of all not to with respect for example you don't make up you don't wear high heel for example they think if something go happen how I get for run with this heel
They
here
pull this
me make up if I run just so I can't sweat me make up all the ruin all of those things are some of the things away now then self can look at say, no let man go then for example if na kind of newsroom they will say okay man them we don't need makeup we don't need a high heel for example if something happen I go able easily maneuver so all of those things no mean say woman also cannot do it they can do it you understand like how you don't rightly mention instances where you self don't dey in that kind of situation and you do very well so woman they do one now just that by nature we don't see say women are soft if there is any risk reporting we go prefer send man a day and make I always ask wetin man do man we dey prefer send man let him go there because anything we know say For example, you go able run, you go able escape quick.
Now the ideology and mentality that the way
Generally.
una don't get.
Yeah,
Well, not
exactly.
so just you, but lots of people don't get. But as we wrap up now, are there plans from MRCG for do more capacity trainings this year? Waiting at the roadmap, waiting entails outside the activities that they get for happening in terms of capacitating journalists.
Yes, so as recent as January 27, we get a forum, a mini forum, where we get a specific, about 15 women, them, we come, we get a meeting, a short meeting, about 2 hours, we discuss all of them today, what they talk so. So we are planning for whole a national forum by March 8th. But we just don't now realize say March 8th now, Sunday the fall. So possibly the subsequent days after March 8th, where they get a national forum where we know they only look at the one the way up there at the media. We also they look at what are women and way they not just in the media, but then say they do something way whether an activism, but they are actually doing well, but on the online space. But we also need for bring them on board and teach them how to navigate the way. It is not only about the elite them, the elite class, because the previous meeting will get now most of them are the representatives from, for example, Sludge, IMC, IRN, sorry, the female organization of Wimsal, Slawich, and the likes. So one forget other people them also on board. Come for let we discuss all of them in there. Let we try for establish permanent mechanisms then how for address some of them in there will they eventually happen, because we no go shy away from the facts they get for they happen. You understand? Their online bully they happen. As recent as last week or so, I see Marcella Samba post something where he actually gets bullied by somebody online.
Yeah.
He actually called the person out and explain A, B, and C what happened. You understand? So now some of them thing there we want to see where you face that kind of thing there, which are the appropriate channels the way they use for report this policy and still be safe in whatever you they do. So all of those things are things we plan for do in the subsequent months. Then, by the way, the projects we will implement on that specific woman business a day up to September. So from now to September, we still get a lot of initiatives that we put in place, including a weekly flyer that we post where they deal with digital rights, online abuse against women, specifically about women. So we do them on a weekly basis.
So before September, we'll get forget to back for can do assessments on how far and some of the success stories and from their their meetings and their engagements and then in terms of that project. But one for the recording done for today, one for the plenty thank you to your Augustine where you take it for joining with studio. One for also say plenty thank you to Ona and MRCG for the good work on they do. We just hope Sigma will get the zeal, the funding for continue, because like how you don't say, like how it's not don't say, it is really, really important for continue the chain of capacitating human journalism, because it gets a huge positive effect on the stories they move they tell. And I also go end today edition of Truth Evening Talk. Big thank you to me guest them. You don't listen to Estina Taylor Talker and same way to Augustine James. We be done do with inside the studio for talk about the importance of capacitating female journalists in this digital era. Plenty thank you to my producer Nafisa Tola Kadin and Kelfala Kago, and to the entire team, the entire technical team, and to me DJ Flex. Me will bring to the edition come to you. Me own name na David Aspen Solomon. Continue for listening to Twitter FM and remember stay not good last.
This is Truth Radio on 103.9 FM